Hi, hello again, Rubies. It's very good to see you all again today. Hope you're doing all right. I've gone ahead and pre-pulled cards. These are actually cards for a video that I did earlier today. It was a short that I filmed about 3 minutes long. Spirit, however, they wanted me to make this video because they wanted me to elaborate deeper into that reading, and so I have those same cards here. I'm not going to be pulling any other cards. They just want me to focus on these and get the channel that I was getting for these, um, however many, I don't remember exactly, I have, and just talk about the, just the deeper meanings that I was getting from them, instead of uh, rushing it all and like compacting it into a smaller, shorter message. So, the cards that are the deck that I used is my Crow Tarot deck, and these were the cards that were pulled. 110 is it, and 111. So I look up at the timer. We have the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Moon, the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and then at the bottom of the deck we had the Hangman, 155 as I look up the timer, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Hierophant. And those last three cards were all on top of each other, just like that. So it went, I literally at the bottom of the deck, it was the Hangman, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Hierophant all underneath each other, which is big energy. And so immediately, Spirit wants you to know, if this video is finding you, it is confirmation that your dreams, your projects, the things that you're working on right now, they want you to continue doing that. They want you to continue working on those things, continue to develop and master your skills. Listen to your intuition when it comes to these things, because you are on the right path and you're getting these intuitive downloads and confirmation burp, these intuitive downloads and these just these pulls to these different things right now for a reason. And another thing right now as well that they're wanting you to know is this really big creative energy that you've been feeling, heavy sacral energy. There's a reason why there's so much sacral energy right now, and it's because it's finally time. The timing is finally right for you to be able to safely, and when I say safely, I mean that, how do you word this? It's not that these things aren't safe for you to do. However, it's finally safe for you to be yourself and to start following these dreams and to start moving forward with these projects in the way that you are right now than it was beforehand, because back then there were karmic lessons that you had to learn. There were things that were, it could have been people, places, things. I'm even hearing like entity attachments that were near you or trying to attack and absorb and attach themselves to you. And maybe even your own environment, whatever environment you may have been in, was just not, it was not safe for you to express the things that you wanted to express and do the things that you wanted to do. And I'm maybe even hearing like maybe these ideas weren't even safe with you back then because you didn't believe in yourself the way that you believe in yourself now. You didn't have the confidence and the things you have in yourself now. And so that's what spirit means by safety. 5:05 said look up the timer. Another thing as well. Oh, that's actually my birthday. Hello Taurus babies. Taurus season is right around the corner. Also, that was another thing that I was getting with this reading that they want me to talk about. I was getting heavy earth sign placements, um, as well as fire sign placements, and then just the element of water. Not really water signs, but water itself. Um, but yeah, going back to the safety, it's just there's nothing for you to fear when I'm talking about that. It's nothing negative, it's nothing bad. Spirit just wants you to know that back then there were multiple different reasons, whether spiritually or physically or maybe even emotionally, why it wasn't safe for you at that time to be in the energy that you are in now to create and go forward with your projects and things. But that energy has changed. The energy has changed, and it's because the time is now. The fact that on the very bottom of the deck we had the Hanged Man with the Wheel of Fortune with the Hierophant. With the hangman can talk about feeling stuck. It can talk about needing to switch your uh, switch your perspectives, and also just needing to look at things at like different angles and like really look at all your options. With that, going back to that safety that I was talking about earlier, how it wasn't really the time, it wasn't really safe for you to do what you needed to do back then, what you're doing now. That's that hangman energy. Back then, you didn't have the perspectives that you have now. You didn't have the resources and the things, or even the energetic upgrades that you have, or the confidence within yourself. But spirit is letting you know that you've had that change. I'm hearing even like a change of heart. Um, Sorry, my dog. You've even had a change of heart. Uh, Sorry if I'm stopping a lot. Um, it's because of energetic interceptions. I had a lot of energetic interceptions earlier when I was even just filming the shorter version of this, and yeah, it's because this is heavy, powerful energy, and the fact that happened when I was talking about the Hangman. See, the Hangman too, like I'm getting this energy of like the Hangman. Like I said, it can talk about feeling trapped. It can talk about feeling stuck and not really knowing what to do next and things like that. And it can even talk about being like insecure and just even being like a whirlwind of like confusion of what do I do. Those energetic interceptions, they want you to still be in that energy of that confusion, that like, oh my god, what do I do? Confirmation burp. They don't want you to be confirmation burp again. They don't want you to rise. They don't like the fact that you have let go of those things. You've let go of those insecurities. You've changed your perspective. You've literally gone from hanging upside down, being like, oh my god, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? To now being like, I'm seeing like an hourglass as well, which makes sense because we have the Two of Pentacles somewhere over here. There it is. The Two of Pentacles, which is literally the infinity sign. Eights are also really significant as well. 9:33 as I look up the timer. Because we got two eights, and we got two really significant eights out of the deck. We got the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. But yeah, because of this change that you've had, this energy shift, a mental shift, all this work that you've done in yourself and that spirit has helped you to do, it's now the Wheel of Fortune, okay? you have oh, and there's a key. There's a key on the Hierophant as well. Like the spirit is literally reaching down and giving you the key. And oh my god, and that there's a cage. There's a cage in the moon card, and the moon card can talk about the shadows. It can talk about the ego. It can talk about insecurities as well, and fears. Uh, and the spirit is giving you this key. You've had this shift, this perspective shift with this hangman, and not only like your mental, but literally, and how you perceive things with your intellectual and even your emotional stability, but also your spiritual stability has flipped. And so I am hearing for some of you, even though your physical may not fully reflect this just yet, they spirit wants you to know that that's not going to be the case forever, because things are changing and things are changing now with this Wheel of Fortune, because you've had these shifts with the help of the divine, and you've truly like come back to center. Like I'm seeing again with the hourglass like flipping, you've come back to your center once more. And so because of that, they're gifting you the key that was always hidden, because um, especially with all these clouds that I keep seeing and all these different cards, um, it was almost like a veil. But I'm not seeing a veil necessarily that spirit was putting down. I'm seeing it was a veil that you were putting down. And I'm seeing the Two of Swords in my mind's eye right now. And so this veil was like a blindfold that you had on because of the energy and the things that you were at back then. But now that you've taken that blindfold off and you've unlocked everything that's happening right now, all these energies and these projections and ooh, not projections. No, no, no. Get out of here. I meant to say um, downloads, like divine downloads and things um, that are helping to either give you newer ideas or help reinstate those old dreams and little projects and goals that you had before. But also, the Wheel of Fortune, like, this is such powerful energy with it being on the bottom of the deck, because it's energy that is here. It's energy that is here. It's energy that is now. And things are turning around, and they are turning around for the better. And Spirit just wants you to know that you are not alone. Just extra confirmation, you are not alone. Spirit has got you, okay? They have got your back. Ooh, also, they want me to talk about there's zodiac signs on this Wheel of Fortune. There's what I believe is the Aquarius, Taurus, which makes sense. We are going into Taurus season here soon, and heavy Earth energy. I was getting especially Earth signs. Leo, Scorpio, and then snakes could be really significant. Also, birds, specifically crows or ravens, could be significant, or just corvids in general. Um, but yeah, with the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, with the Two of Pentacles being here, and you also had, like I said, the Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant. This is all big divine confirmation that Spirit has got your back. They're giving you the the support, the windfall that you need. And with the Eight of Pentacles here, the Eight of Pentacles literally talks about manifesting your craft, learning more about just receiving more knowledge about the things that you are interested in and are pursuing, whether it's a career or a hobby, whatever it may be, just your craft. And learning more about these things, so then you can perfect it, so then you can become a master, and so you can even become a teacher. This was another thing that I was channeling earlier too for the message that I did before when I pulled these cards originally, was right now Spirit is using you as a teacher. You are a teacher in this lifetime. And it could literally be, you might work an actual teaching job, whether you work in the school system or you have a course that you run for people, or you're wanting to, confirmation burp, or you're wanting to, sorry, they're wanting me to look at the, in this Hierophant card, there almost looks to be angel wings and stained glass in this card. Churches could be significant. I'm also hearing like church pastors, or just, um, yeah, just spiritual leaders, spiritual teachers. Um, and you could be an actual spiritual healer or teacher, or a reader, such as myself, who does things um, like social media, or sells your services online to help people, whatever it may be. But even if it's none of those things, and you're not an actual teacher, like you don't have an actual teaching job, or you don't run a course, or you don't do any spiritual businesses or anything, it doesn't matter. You are still a teacher. You're still a teacher in this lifetime. First of all, I'm hearing a message from Spirit that you are a teacher to yourself. Um, I'm hearing this message of looking back at your, like, even when you look back at your past, you still teach yourself new things from it. And yeah, that might be a slight given, because, we have spiritual lessons that we're meant to learn in this life. But I am hearing right now that it's, uh, like, even when it's not karmic lessons, even if you just look at a picture of yourself, or a video of yourself, or you see something that, like, you used to do when you were like a younger, or a kid, or whatever it may be, however it resonates for you. um you learn. And even now, like, if we're looking now in the present moment, you're continuously learning from yourself. And so I'm hearing you're your own biggest teacher in this lifetime, but also Spirit is using you as a teacher for others in this lifetime. Like I said, whether you're an actual teacher, you have a course, or provide services, or just doing whatever your craft is, whatever you're meant to do in this life. I'm hearing for a lot of you, art is significant, dance is significant, musicians were coming through a lot earlier, specifically with acoustic guitars or bass. I'm also seeing I believe it's an electric banjo, um, just a lot of string instruments as well. I was also seeing some wind instruments, and like a saxophone, a trumpet earlier. Band is important. Music in general is really important. Jazz as well. The pop genre, country, or like folk is coming through. I'm even hearing rock music, or gospel. Gospel could be really significant as well. But whatever your craft may be, even if it's none of the things that I just listed, you know what it is for you. 1818 as I look up the timer. Spirit is using you in this lifetime through your craft as a teacher of others, that abundance and freedom by doing what you love is possible. It is more than possible. And it doesn't matter what anybody else tries to tell you, or what society tries to put upon you. It is possible. Miracles do happen. You can make a substantial life for yourself through artwork, through dancing, through, when I say unconventional, I like unconventional means, through ways that society is not used to, or society scorns, even because they're not the regular 9 to 5 in the matrix job setting. Keep your head down, fight the system to work your way up to the top. And that's not to say that people who do work desk jobs, or 9 to 5, or who do want to rise higher in these corporate ladders and anything, that they're wrong for that. Sometimes that is a person's path. However, the fact that society tries to make it seem like that is the only option, that's what's harmful. And that's what Spirit is correcting here, and that's what you are being taught. Um, ooh, you are being taught. I meant to say that you are teaching, but yes, you are also being taught in the process of being the teacher as well. After all, what is the saying? I think it goes like, the teacher is also the student, or something like that. Um, you guys are being used by the divine to teach people that, like, dreams can come true, things can happen. It's not all like life can be genuinely fulfilling and happy and abundant, and it doesn't have to be miserable, and you don't have to be stuck in fight or flight and survival mode 24/7. And you can move forward with freedom. And another thing that was coming through a lot earlier when I was channeling, especially with all like these wind swirlies in the cards, as well as all the clouds, um, air air signs could be significant. I mean, we're getting a lot of the different signs, but earlier confirmation verb. But I was mainly, like I said, channeling um, fire, earth, but air and water signs could still be important. But air is a as an element, it means freedom. It means freedom. It means fast movement. It even means purity and cleansing, right? Same thing with water. Water can also be very significant with um, freedom as well for some people. I know it's very heavy when it comes to cleansing, when it comes to protection. Um, and so, yeah, Spirit just wants to give you this video as a confirmation that you are doing everything that you need to do right now. Continue to follow the path that you've been going down, and know that things may not be, they may not be picking up immediately, but they want you to know that everything happens in divine timing, okay? Everything happens in divine timing. It's why this energy that you've been feeling to create, to follow your dreams, your inspirations and everything. These things have been coming in for a reason, because now is the time for them to finally start to come to the surface and be seen and be brought out. However, you have to understand as well that it's okay to take these things slow, to really feel these things out. With the Two of Pentacles, it can also talk about balance, okay? It can talk about finding that in between, right? And so I'm seeing like a seesaw, or seesaw and I forget what they're called, but it's um, like the little judgment uh, scales. I think they're just called scales, but it's where like they tilt back and forth. You have the bowls and everything. Yeah, I think they're scales. Let me know what they're called in the comments, please. But you have to understand that there's a balance, right? There's a balance between feeling this fast forward energy, right? There's a lot of fiery passion and the wind as well. That's like, whoosh, let's go. And even with like tidal waves with the water, but there's also that grounded energy of the earth of like, oh, remember, things, you got to build a good foundation for things to come in. And so Spirit just wants you to know that if things aren't immediately blowing up, or you're not immediately getting the money or the clients or whatever it may be that you are currently don't have, that's really helping your business or your idea, whatever it may be, because it's going to be different for all of you. You're going to know what these things are for you. That's okay, because you have to remember, like I said, divine timing. Okay? Divine timing it is going to happen. It has already happened. If you think about timelines and how timelines work, you're getting all of these downloads and everything, not only because you're meant to pursue them, but because you already have. There's a timeline where you have achieved those things. You have done the goals that you wanted to do, and you got all the abundance and the blessings and the things that you were looking at, and they were 10 million times better than you ever thought that they were, right? And so, Spirit's just saying again, trust, ground, breathe, be excited. Remember to trust and breathe. And they also want you to know as well that you have the knowledge within yourself. You have the knowledge within yourself. They are giving it to you, and they will continue giving it to you, and they will continue guiding you, and they just really, really, really want you to tap into that knowledge. Tap into the knowledge that's coming in, tap into the knowledge that you already have. And remember that no matter how excited you are and how much you're putting your efforts and things into all these different inspirations and goals or whatever they may be for you, because for a lot of you, I'm hearing, no, I'm not going to say for a lot of you, for all of you, you have at least two or more projects, two at the least that you are working on. And Spirit wants you to know that keep working on those things, but also remember divine timing. And I'm seeing the slingshot theory. Things, you're being pulled back, right? These things are being pulled back. And so even though you're putting all this energy, all this force into this slingshot, right? You have to remember that eventually that slingshot is going to let go and it's going to catapult forward and it's going to be great. But it's all going to be in divine timing. And so listen to your judgment, listen to your intuition, listen to your guides. Remember to ground, because as great as this fiery and watery and this air, like wind energy is, it can feel a little bit pressurizing when it comes to, oh God, I have to rush this, or I have to like really go, go, go. Spirit's saying, no, 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 that's not what we want. Trust, ground, and it will happen. And the fact that we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune, with the Eight of Wands, it's happening, okay? They want you to know that, well, yes, I know you may not want to hear, like, you gotta remember, like, you could be passionate. They want you to be passionate. They want you to follow this guidance. They want you to take action. But you also have to remember to be patient. Patience. I'm seeing the temperance in my mind's eye as well. To have patience, because this is happening, okay? This windfall, it's all happening. It has happened. It's going to happen. But just trust, because at the end of the day, everybody's timeline is different. Everybody's path is different. And you are following the path that you need to follow, and you are doing the things that you need to do right now in this moment. And Spirit is so proud of you. And remember to listen to your intuition, okay? At the end of the day, listen to your intuition, because your intuition is going to tell you all that you need to know. Because through your intuition, you're able to listen to your own higher self, to your body, to the energies around you, as well as to your spirit team and their guidance, okay? Some extra signs that this reading might be for you: poppy flowers, sunflowers, roses, cherry blossoms, lilac, sun and moon charms, or like gold and silver sun and moon jewelry or trinkets. Star energy is coming through, or like galaxies and astrology. Confirmation burp. Just a lot of flower petals, spring energy. I'm also seeing pomegranates Persephone, the Greek goddess of spring and queen of the underworld, could be significant. The colors blue, purple, black, green. Blue is the crown, or sorry, not crown. Blue is the throat chakra. Purple is the crown third eye. Green is the heart chakra and can be associated with the earth and grounding. Dogs, horses, cats. I'm hearing falcons, eagles. Something about Romania. Horseshoes. I'm seeing like a horseshoe above a door frame, which can be for good luck and protection. Shawls, or just very like flowy, fancy, indigenous, or just spiritual or Western clothing. Um, as well as like vintage shoes, coats, and fur, especially fox fur, faux fur, is coming through. And wolves are coming through heavily as well. Yeah, heavy, heavy, heavy on the moon as well, because I was drawn to look at my pop socket. So this next full moon might be really, really significant for you guys, or just the moon energy, moon cycles, especially for my women or femmes out there. The Corpse Bride, or like very mystical shows, could be really significant. One of the shows that's coming through right now that's really significant for me personally is Hotel de Luna, which has a lot to do with the supernatural and the moon as well. So, yeah, that's really it. I love you guys so much. I hope this reading helped, and I will see you all in another message. Take care, love.